I built an AI receptionist for a UK accountancy firm. Watch what happens when someone rings in to book a consultation.
Hi there, and thanks for calling Meridian Accountancy. I'm Claire. How can I help you today?
Hi Claire, can I book a free consultation please?
Of course. Can I take your full name?
Yeah, it's Pankaj Pahuja.
Thank you, Pankaj. Is the number you're calling from the best one for the team to reach you on?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Can I grab an email address so we can send you a confirmation?
Yeah, it's Pankaj, so Pankaj dot Pahuja number 3 at gmail.com.
Got it. That's pankaj.pahuja3@gmail.com, correct?
That's it, yeah.
Perfect. Just so we send you the right information, are you a sole trader or a limited company, or is this about rental or property income?
I'm a freelancer, so sole trader, yes.
This will just take a sec. We have availability for a consultation today at 2:45 p.m. or later. Does 2:45 p.m. work for you, or would you prefer a different time?
Today's a bit too early. Can I have one for tomorrow, somewhere around 11 a.m.?
Just a sec. We have availability tomorrow at 11 a.m. Shall I go ahead and book that for you?
Yes, please.
Just a sec. Your consultation is booked for tomorrow, Tuesday the 9th of June, at 11 a.m. with the Meridian Accountancy team. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, that's it. Thank you. And here's the new appointment which we just booked. So that was Claire, an AI receptionist I built for a UK accountancy firm. But Claire is only the front door. Behind her is a full AI operating system. It helps with new inquiries, it helps with intake, with document chasing, with follow-up emails, with renewal reminders, and it gives the team a simple dashboard so they can see what is happening. Let me show you how it works. So the most accountancy firms do not have accountancy problem. They have an admin problem. Someone calls, someone fills in a form, someone needs a consultation, someone has to send documents, someone needs chasing, someone has to send a thank you message or ask for a review, and someone has to bring the client back next year. None of these jobs are complicated on their own. But when they live in memory, in inboxes, in missed calls, and in spreadsheets, they get forgotten. That is what this system is designed to fix. Not by replacing the firm, not by changing how the accountant works, but by systemizing the repetitive admin around the work. So on the left, you have the normal messy version, missed calls, inbox follow-ups, manual reminders, spreadsheets. And on the right, you have the systemized version. Call gets captured, inquiries get logged, documents get chased, and the dashboard shows the next action. And here's the full system. There are 5 client-facing modules, and they all feed into Client HQ. Module 1 is Claire, the AI receptionist. Module 2 is the Smart Intake Router. Module 3 is the Document Chaser. Module 4 is the Post Filing Closer. Module 5 is the Renewal Nudge. And underneath all of that is the Client HQ. That is the all-in-one dashboard for the firm. It shows what has happened, it shows who needs attention, and it shows what is the next action. Let me show you the parts that matter most. Claire is the AI voice receptionist. You saw her book a consultation at the start of the video. That is one job she handles. If someone wants a free consultation, Claire can collect the details, she can book the slot, she can send the confirmation, and she can log the appointment. But not every call should become booking. Sometimes someone just wants to speak to a specific person, and that person might not be available. In that case, Claire can take a message. Then that message lands inside the client's HQ's message tab, so the team can call them back later. And that is the point. Claire is not pretending to be an accountant. She is not giving tax advice. She is there to make sure calls do not disappear. Quickly, here's what is happening behind Claire. A phone call comes in. Claire handles the conversation in Vapi. She has a business specific prompt. That prompt tells her how the firm wants calls handled, what she can answer, what she should book, and when she should hand off. And when Claire needs to do something real, like book an appointment or log a message, she calls tools through MCP into Anytime. Those workflow then update Google Calendar, they update Google Sheets, they send a confirmation email to the client, they notify the firm, and they also update the client HQ. So in short, Claire is a front desk experience. But the actual system is Vapi, prompt context, MCP tools, N8N, calendar, sheets, and client HQ working together. That is the backend. Now let's come back to the client's journey. Now the next important part is the Smart Intake Router. If someone comes to the website, they can fill in the free consultation form. It will submit this as a new potential client. As soon as the form is submitted, the inquiry lands into the client HQ. It lands as a new lead. It gets a new inquiry badge, and the next action is clear. The team needs to call them and then arrange for the free consultation. The firm also gets an internal notification email, but the dashboard is now the operational source of truth. That is the important bit. Then, if the firm wants to send an intake questionnaire, the system can send the right one based on the client type. A sole trader gets one version, a limited company gets another, a landlord gets another, and it's still optional. The client can fill it online, or they can fill it when they come into the office. The next three modules are less flashy, but honestly, this is where a lot of value is, because small firms lose time on boring follow-up work. First, the document chaser. This starts after the consultation. The accountant decides what documents are needed, and that is still a human decision. The accountant adds the document request, then moves the client to a waiting for documents. If the client has not sent everything after a waiting period, the system sends a polite reminder. And when the accountant marks the documents as received, the chasing stops. So it is not blindly spamming the client. It is watching the status, and it stops when the work has moved on. Next is the post-filing closer. After the return is filed, the system sends a thank you message and a review link. That sounds small, but most firms want more reviews, and they often forget to ask when the client is happiest. Then there is the renewal nudge. Before the next tax season, the system reminds the client to come back. Again, nothing magical, just useful admin that should not depend on memory. This is why Client HQ matters. It is the live command center for the accountants and staff. At the top, team can see what needs attention today. New inquiries, overdue clients, appointments today, and anything that needs manual review. The Clients tab is the action queue. It's the next useful step for each client, who they are, where they are in the process, what needs to happen next, when it is due, who owns it, and the button to move the work forward. If the team wants to see more details, they click on the client. Now they can see the contact details, notes, status, and the full client journey. So the main page stays clean, but the operational detail is still one click away. The message tab shows messages Claire has taken, so missed calls do not disappear into voicemail or memory. Next, the appointments tab shows consultations booked by Claire. The calendar tab shows the diary view, so the team can see those bookings in context. And the reports tab keeps the management view separate. And that is the split I like. The clients tab is for doing the work, and the reports tab is for understanding the system. Messages, appointments, and calendar show the activity coming in. The biggest lesson from this build is simple. The automation should fit the business. The business should not have to twist itself around the automation. We could have tried to force a brand new portal, a fully digital journey, a completely different way of working, but that is not what the client wanted. They wanted to keep the real process. Calls, office visits, consultations, document request, manual filing, human judgment. So we kept that process intact, and then we systemized the admin around it. Calls get captured, consultations get booked, questionnaires get routed, documents get chased, filings get followed up, renewals get nudged. So that is the accounting AI operating system. Not an AI accountant, not a replacement for the firm. It is a coordination layer around the work the firm already does. The client process stays the same, but the repetitive admin becomes systemized. If you found this helpful, please hit a like and subscribe. I am documenting these builds as I go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.